Hi, my name is Brittany Hall, and I did my presentation on Rare Beauty. So I chose Rare Beauty because I love all of what the brand itself surrounds itself with. Um, I remember being a kid and watching Selena Gomez on TV when she was just an actress, and then she became a music artist, and now she has her own makeup line. And I absolutely adore the fact that their main campaign is feeling good in makeup and having it accentuate your natural beauty rather than cover what you perceive as a flaw. So, one quote that I found from their website is Rare Beauty is not about being someone else, but being who you are. And I think that is an amazing thing to live by because at the end of the day, as much as you want to be the next person and the grass is always greener on the other side, you have to be content with who you are uh, being on your own. As well, they have the Rare Impact Fund, which 1% of their annual sales go into, and it helps people who are struggling with mental health and it's to expand mental health services, especially in underserved and underrepresented communities. So, Rare Beauty launched in 2020 after she released her album earlier that year in January called Rare. And their first launch consisted of solely just makeup products such as concealers, foundations, blush, highlighters, which was a huge hit. And on their latest launch, they actually included products such as vanity mirror, sweaters, sweatpants, and a mini desktop calendar. So their brand has expanded quite a bit. Their main focus is obviously still makeup as they are a cosmetics company, but I think it's great that they're also branching off and doing things that, while they do relate to cosmetics and makeup, it is still another level up to the company. So, as you could have figured out by now, Rare Beauty is a makeup company. It is owned by Selena Gomez. And what you might not know is that the makeup company itself is actually vegan and cruelty free, which I think is absolutely huge, especially in this day and age. As well, they are very shade inclusive, which you wouldn't think in 2023 that would be as big of a problem as it is, but there are a lot of companies that they select that mid-range for their tone. So if you are on the extremely pale side or the extremely dark side of skin tones, you don't have as much representation. Whereas with Rare Beauty, she launched 48 shades in that first launch that I spoke about on the previous slide. And that was groundbreaking because it usually takes companies years, if ever, to have that many shades. As well as I touched on the Rare Beauty, the Rare Impact Fund that she raised surrounding mental health awareness. And their goal when they first created the fund was to raise over $1 million over the next 10 years. That leads me into what their ethical values and principles are. So, as I already mentioned, they are cruelty free and vegan, which are absolutely huge, and they are certified by PETA, which is a vegan and animal testing company. As well, they have the utmost highest standards for their products. So their products are dermatologists, chemists, microbiologists, and regulatory expert tested, and they also have it tested by ophthalmologists where it is needed. As well, they do take human rights and workplace safety very seriously. And I actually ended up reading on their website that they have their own standards that they use, and they refuse to partner with suppliers or other third party companies that won't stick to their policies and their standards. As well, For their cosmetic grade quality, they use European standards, which are much more strict than they are here in Northern America. And they banned a lot of chemicals from going into their products, which I think, again, is another important thing, especially with cosmetics. You want to know what you're putting on your face and you want to know it's safe. So, going into the market that they're in, so obviously the cosmetic field is mainly going around women, but is now being more included with the male gender as well. And I would say that their target market is anywhere from 14, 15 years old up to about 40 years old. So, with that being their target market, I researched and I found that their main form of advertisement and form to increase brand awareness is through social media, and they have been doing an amazing job at that. So on Instagram, they have over 6.4 million followers, which is absolutely huge. Um, and then on TikTok and Facebook, it's not as popular, but I do know that their TikTok is a huge way for them to reach their market with their 3.4 million followers, and then they have 192 followers on Facebook. So, or 192,000, you could have assumed. And then, yeah, so with their engagement on those social media posts, they have a rate of about 8.5, which to my surprise was actually significantly higher than the industry standard. And as well, they're from a survey that I found on Statistica in the United States of America, their brand awareness is at 46%. And of that, 9% of makeup users in the USA say they use Rare Beauty. So you would think with that very high sense of brand awareness and market reach, their average growth rate would be obviously pretty well off, and you would be right. Their first year, they ended up making 60 million in revenue and was reported to hit over 90 million by the end of 2022 and are expected to generate around 300 million at the end of 2023. So that is a huge jump and calculates to about a 300% increase in revenue within the last 3 years. And their current estimated net worth is around 1.2 billion. So, as I've gone over uh, their different standards and all that, uh, as you might expect, there are a lot of positive customer reviews. And on average, from their website, going over different feedback from their products, I've learned that the main thing that people commented on was how amazing and excellent their customer service was, how uh, shipping was very fast. The product packaging was very accessible for people with disabilities, so people who had joint weakness in their hands. The product, as you can see with the photo that I provided here, they have the little ball on the top, which makes it easier to grip onto so they can twist when you have grip strength issues. As well as I mentioned, the inclusive shade range and the accessibility within their packaging. As well, their products are very, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. And again, going over how well tested their products are and their strict standards, they have very high quality products which customers absolutely rave about. So now for a little facts that some people might not know about Rare Beauty. During the year of 2022, during Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May, Selena actually ended up launching a campaign called Your Words Matter that went along with the Rare Impact Fund to raise awareness surrounding how people use their words in different languages when discussing mental health and how it can affect people on different ways. So for someone who struggles with mental health, having someone belittle it or joke about it can end up causing a lot more harm than good. And so this campaign was to highlight that and show people that while it might be funny and a joke to you, not everyone's going to take it that way, and you need to be mindful about the words you use. As well, I found out more on their eco-friendly and animal-friendly values and virtues. The brand itself actually uses a water-based ink and uses recyclable materials for all of its packaging, which makes it even more eco-friendly, which I think is a huge bonus as well. So in conclusion, while there are hundreds of different cosmetic companies out there, Rare Beauty truly stands out and is very unique and, dare I say it, rare. And it's really nice to see companies doing this uh, and having that, as I talked about, the shade inclusivity, eco-friendly and being animal-friendly, the accessibility with their packaging, the alliance with mental health strugglers and survivors, and the different shift in advertisement from going with, instead of basic newspaper advertisements or ads on TV, the focus is on social media now. So it's nice to see how the companies are evolving and how Rare Beauty took the market by storm and just starting off very strong from the get-go. And I am very much so looking forward to seeing how the brand continues to evolve and get better as time goes on. So thank you for watching. Here's my reference list, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Rare Beauty and why I think it's such an amazing company.